Gaga. Yo, what's poppin', y'all? This is Parlay and Politics. That's right, we speak in politics up in here. My name is Twizzler Roots. I used to do a show called the Afro Fusion Show, and I figured out, sometimes you got to reinvent yourself and change things up. So on this show here, we're gonna be talking about not necessarily politics, but we're gonna be talking about the politics within music, within life, within whatever, you know what I mean? I'll have special guests on, and we're gonna make this grow. We're gonna make this grow. So this first show right here, what we're gonna be talking about is the mixtape. You may have seen things recently. I mean, they got a play coming here in our city. If y'all don't know, there is a documentary that's coming out that is going to be unbelievable. They recently premiered it at the Tribeca Festival back in April. MiXTAPE, the movie, the documentary, numerous hip-hop heads are going to be up in there, and it's going to be a definite vibe. I think it's going to be released in December, and it's going to be some vibes-ish right there, trust me. And I figured, you know what I do is I go through some of the original legendary DJs that just don't necessarily get enough acclaim that they should. You've heard of the Africa Bambadas, you've heard of DJ Kool Herc, in the beginning of times, the multiverse of hip hop, the big bang of hip hop. But let's talk about a couple of the other DJs that have basically paved the way for all of these DJs. Do you know what I mean? Because creating the hip hop culture was something that wasn't done just by one individual. There was numerous people in there. And when it comes to the mixtape, very close to my heart, very close to many people's heart. People have made a mixtape, just taking a tape and recording stuff off the radio or whatever, you know what I mean? But let's talk about the actual originality of the hip-hop mixtape, you know what I'm saying? So let's start off with this man right here that you're looking at. The brother on the left-hand side here, that is DJ Flowers. Some of y'all don't know who DJ Flowers is, and let me say his name properly. Grandmaster Flowers, the first Grandmaster Flowers. This was a brother who came around in the disco age, black disco. Many DJs, many rappers actually refer to this man as a founder because of the way that he actually manipulated the turntables. He could mix when mixing wasn't just as easy, you know what I mean? Back in those days, you had belt drive turntables, and the coming of the direct drive turntables was just starting to come about at that time. So, mans like Grandmaster Flowers, they would be out there hooking up in the park with their birthers. They had their earthquake speakers, their 15-inch, 16-inch JBLs, the tweets. They would have stole the tweets from the traffic lights. The first actual DJ mixer was the GLI Disco 3800. These men like DJ Flowers, and I need to say the name properly, Grandmaster Flowers, they were killing it back in the days. DJ Clark Kent, Jazzy J, Fab Five, Freddie, all of them guys, they give props to this brother right here, you know what I'm saying? So big respect to Grandmaster Flowers. Next up, we got another original who doesn't get enough recognition. People need to really go back, check out some of his mixes, check out his flow, because something some of y'all may not know is when it comes to DJ Hollywood, when you think of throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care, this is the man who coined that term. And many will tell you that he is the man who coined that term. When somebody says, somebody say, yo, ho, DJ Hollywood, again, he's the man who coined that term. So again, some of the originals in the hip-hop game, they don't get enough acclaim that they should. DJ Hollywood, yo, hats off to you, my brother. On to a next one, well known to many people, Grandmaster Flash. Not the first Grandmaster, as I said to you, Grandmaster Flowers, who doesn't get enough acclaim that he should. He was the first Grandmaster, and then came Flash. Flash is known for cutting, scratching, and just mixing, and just the way he would manipulate the turntable. He was a king of it, and there's not many that could have touched him at that time. You know what I'm saying? So again, hats off to Grandmaster Flash. Next up, another original mixtape DJ, well known. If you ever seen Paid in Full, you would have heard BRUCIE be in the background with Alpo, and then we're up in the club. He was doing it. killing things at the rooftop. People done know this brother. If you any type of mixtape aficionado when it comes to hip hop, you done heard of BRUCIE B, and if you haven't, you need to just do some more research. All right, trust me. Let's keep this moving. Another brother that some of y'all, I don't even really need to introduce this brother, but I will speak a bit on the original Kid Capri. Grammy Award winning DJ, producer, globally known as an originator, an innovator, and a pioneer of the DJ culture. When you listen back to his old school mixtapes, they bang out. The man, he was recently inducted in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Hats off to you, Kid Capri. I still listen to the old school Kid Capri tapes because it's just the bomb. It's original. Keeping it moving. Another original right here, Ron G. Ron G is actually the first hip-hop DJ mixtape that I got. I used to get them little paste together mixtapes from my cousins, some of my friends, this and that. But when I got, I believe it was the Ron G, I was in like 1991, and I'll never forget because he mixed in Ray Vaughn on what I believe was a Mary J. Blige beat. It was ridiculous. This man is a platinum producer, of course, a mixtape DJ, king of promo, and yeah, he's also a radio personality. You know what I mean? So definitely, let's show some love to Ron G because he's an original. Keeping it moving, Jazzy Joyce. If you have never heard a Jazzy Joyce mixtape, you ain't heard a mixtape. I'm sorry, I'm serious about that. This lady put it down. She put it down for the fellas. She's known as one of the first female mixtape DJs. Much love to Spinderella up in there because she was right around that time too. But I've never really heard a Spinderella mixtape. But when it comes to Jazzy Joyce, her tapes are ridiculous. And let me let y'all know, I'm going to put some links down the bottom there. You can check it out. I'm going to put some links in all these DJs so that you can check out the mixtapes and feel that original vibe. You know what I mean? Keeping it moving. Dr. Dre. You're wondering why Dr. Dre is sitting here. If you're wondering, again, you haven't done enough research on the whole mixtape and the hip-hop scene. Dr. Dre was known for some original hip-hop mixtapes back in the 80s, 85, 86, 88. His mixtapes are like no other. They were doing it up, selling up their stuff in the Rodeum. Big up to Tony A. Big up to Steven Llanos. Excuse me. Again, if you want to find some of his tapes without even me putting the link in there, look up 85 Live, 86 Live, 88 Live, and you're gonna hear the technician that Dr. Dre was. And this is what also made him the super producer that he is by knowing how to do their mixes and put the right tracks together. You know what I mean? So definitely hats off to Dr. Dre. Keeping it moving. Here we go. Funkmaster Flex. Not much to say about this brother. Everybody knows Funkmaster Flex. Original mixtape DJ. Some of his mixtapes are absolutely legendary. Plays on Hot 97. Been on Hot 97 for years. Touring for years. Enough respect to this brother here. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna waste a lot of time on him because he's already a very, very well-known DJ. Moving along. DJ Clue. Another head right here. Toured with Jay-Z. Kind of touted as one of the first DJs or mixtape DJs to put his mixes on CDs, and that was something at a time when mixtapes were just on tape cassettes, and then somebody transferred over to CDs. It just made the whole game more official, and it made all the other DJs have to step up their game. You know what I mean? Let's keep it moving. DJ K-Slay, R.I.P. to a king right here. This man is known not only for his mixtapes, but he's also known for his style, his vibe, and his mouth. This brother was serious, man. DJ K-Slay will tell you exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you never heard none of the Sweet Sweeper series, you need to get out there, dig up some of that, because K-Slay is a legend for that series of mixtapes that he put out there. Put a lot of DJs on. I believe he was the first to play Protect Your Neck on the radio. Yeah, big respect to DJ K-Slay. Keeping it moving, we into Tony Touch. Again, another original DJ. He had the Power Cyphers, with 50 MC mixtapes. He did collabos with DJ Doo-Wop. They called themselves the Doo-Wop Brothers. They were both Latino. And yeah, mad respect to Tony Touch. I actually met Tony Touch in 1998 in Las Vegas, Club Utopia. Guy tore it up. And he was a down-to-earth individual for sure. Big respect to you, sir. One of my favorite mixtape DJs, hands down, DJ Doo-Wop. If you never heard of Doo-Wop mixtape, bounce to it, you done missed out. You done missed out. You got to go look up some of the Bounce Squad and see exactly what they do, because they did it up properly. And both him and Tony Touch, quite skilled on the mic. These guys could flow with the best of them. You know what I mean? Big respect. Big respect. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, you know, going through some of the original DJs, giving you something to look up before you actually see the documentary. Again, it's not coming out till like December or something like that, but it's definitely going to be a hype vibe. It's really going to be a hype vibe, you know what I mean? I got to show some love to some of the DJs that I still listen to, and some that have influenced the scene. In the UK, DJ Westwood. Here in Canada, Mastermind. DJ Mastermind killed it. I believe it was on CKLN, Toronto. Just killed it, man. I've played with the DJ many times here in London, Ontario, also in Toronto. Unbelievable, man. Big respect to you, Mastermind. Also, the world famous Elite Squad. I played with these guys. You know, I don't know if you can see all the flies in the back here, but I used to play with these guys regular, and they were repping Canada like no other. When you listen to their mixtapes, you think they're from New York. You actually think these brothers are from New York, because they got the voice, they got the flow, they got the exclusives, they got all the big ups, Wu-Tang Clan, KRS-One, everyone. It's unbelievable, man. Trust me. And just to mention a couple others before I get out of here, I didn't want to make this too long, but you know, I got to give you guys the info. Got to let you know. You know what I mean? This is Parlay and Politics, and like I said, we're gonna talk about a lot of different things on here, but I'm gonna try to do it as thorough as I can. And the last couple ones I wanna talk about are the DJs that I listen to currently. J Period, DJ Tiger from Full Blast Radio. Big up the Full Blast Radio tribe. Kenny Allstar from out of the UK. You can catch him on BBC One Extra. DJ Edu, if you want some of that Afrobeats vibes. DJ Neptizzle, I believe Vietnamese DJ who destroys Afrobeats in the UK. Look him up, DJ Neptizzle. Dope. Major League DJs out of South Africa. I got nothing to say. Look up the Major League DJs. These brothers are dope. I think they're twins, and they just been rocking the world right about now. They just did a mix in New York yesterday. Balcony mix. They're good for doing balcony mixes outside. It looks like they usually do their mixes right about just before sundown, and just let the vibe, because that piano vibe is just so smooth. You know what I mean? It works out perfect. And last but not least, another DJ from out of Japan, Master Kato. Again, check these guys out. They do unbelievable mixes, and they keep the vibe going. You know what I'm saying? So it's your boy Twizzle Roots, Parlay and Politics, the first show. Yo, I'm still learning. We're gonna make this grow and just get the vibe going. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave you with the trailer for the mixtape documentary that's gonna be coming out later this year. Yo, I'll see y'all later.
It was like sneakers. You went on the hunt for them.
The mixtape was everything.
You can never disrespect the mixtape.
Whatever the relevance of social media is, that's what a mixtape is.
Wherever you got it, from the barbershop, the corner store, you was gonna get your fix.
I used to just make these little tapes for myself, and you heard them, you know, you felt like you was there.
And getting the idea that, like, if I don't buy this tape, I cannot hear this anywhere else.
The mixtape DJ rises to a level of prominence, and rightfully so.
There's a lot of people on Canal Street that got really rich off of 50 Cent mixtapes.
We were cleaning their ass up. Yo, we were cleaning their ass up.
I never had no idea of having success.
We were the taste makers, man.